All right, so now it's time for our next segment where we use the magic of Skype to connect with the Mixer partner. And this week, we're connecting with MyBoomShtick.
MyBoomShtick!
There he is.
Ah! What's up, man?
How are you?
Hello.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Thanks for coming on the show, man. How you been? How you doing?
Pretty good. That was scary right there, but it's okay. And I'm full of knowledge of Sea of Thieves.
There you go.
What, our
So
voiceover
I'm
was
good
scary?
to know.
Our voiceover was not scary.
It was very scary.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so before we jump in, can we call it, what should we call you? Boom? Can we call you Boom for short?
Mr. Shtick is fine.
Mr. Shtick.
Okay, sounds good.
Boom,
Well,
please.
okay. So tell the viewers a bit about yourself for those who haven't tuned into your streams.
So I am essentially a variety streamer. I play a lot of Fortnite right now, though. I also play a lot of Sea of Thieves towards the end of streams. I kind of have a lot of sarcasm that goes on. My show's more about wit and things like that because I'm not very good at video games. So, it's more about the pretty face than it is the gameplay.
Sure.
Same thing we say about this show.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. And I would.
Well, I can concur. Like your content, without a doubt, is all about the eye candy. Like it's
Wow.
no depth. Only
Just-
only
yeah.
surface.
Wow.
It's fair. Yeah, but it's okay. Hey, it's still good. I'm still here.
Yeah. Hey,
There you
I
go.
mean, honestly, we
means a
appreciate
lot.
it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, so you play a lot of Fortnite. How much have you been in the hype zone? Have you been in the hype zone? Question mark.
Some. Yeah, we've had actually pretty good luck with the hype zone so far. I think we're over 50% in the hype zone.
Ooh,
So
that's pretty good.
So far, when it actually comes into the chat, I'm not too worried about how well I do because we've been fairly, I'll say, lucky so far. Yeah.
No, nice. I like it. So you've been streaming for a while now. How long have you actually been streaming on Beam and Mixer?
I think I started September 2016.
Yeah.
So I've been here about 16 months now.
Yeah.
18 months. It's like a year and a half. So 18 months. Yeah. Math. Quick math.
math, you guys, math.
12 plus 16.
So what have you learned during your time streaming on Mixer? Like, it's been a while.
Well, I mean, especially coming in, I wasn't part of the OG crew that we would call it, but it's been weird knowing and growing with the growing pains of the site as well. Like starting from, when we got here, the weekly Mixer Level Up cast or Beam Level Up cast had like 60 people in it. And now, we see channels like, you guys are at like over 600 viewers right now. And so that's been the coolest thing, honestly, is just being able to grow with the platform and actually see how well the platform continues to do and how innovative it still is. Even being here a couple years later, it's still pushing the boundaries of streaming, which is why I chose to be here in the first place.
That's awesome, man.
love it.
That's awesome.
Speaking about choosing to be on Mixer.
Speaking about choosing to be on Mixer, is
Yeah,
that right? No,
yeah.
okay, sorry. I didn't mean to jump on you like that.
this guy, hi.
I just missed you. I
Semantics,
just love the
gentlemen.
razz.
There's no fighting in the war room.
What's another reason why you, besides what you just discussed, what's the reason that you chose Mixer? You're messing me up now. You're messing me up, Ethan.
I'm just waiting to
What are
jump
some of the other great things about Mixer is essentially what I'm trying to ask.
Honestly, it's the low latency, man. I am someone who's very conversational with my chat. Like the chat is the key component of why I stream. It's definitely not for the skill or anything like that. I didn't have a lot of real life gamer friends, so that's the main reason I started streaming. I was on Twitch for a while, but when I came over here, and that low latency, without a doubt, broke that barrier of conversation where it actually felt like I was connecting to people more than I ever could. Anywhere else. And that's without a doubt, when I talk to people, they see the low latency thing as a technology bonus, but it's really not. It's a people first kind of thing to where it allows you to actually connect with the people that are in your chat as opposed to, just having this weird roundabout conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's cool. It's cool. We hear that a lot, actually. Like,
Yeah.
I think community matters a lot to people, and so it's nice to have that low barrier of interaction.
Absolutely.
Especially playing games.
Yeah.
So what have you? I mean, you kind of mentioned you've been playing some Fortnite. Like, what's your top 3 games right now that you've been streaming?
Top 3 games. It'd probably be Fortnite, Sea of Thieves, and Monster Hunter World. That's Monster Hunter World is something I've dabbled in, but that's definitely a game to where you bring in. It's kind of like this Dark Souls-esque community to where you bring people in and they know so much about the game world and so much of what they're doing, and you have no idea, or I have no idea.
Yeah.
Really, like I just want to hit giant monsters with a giant sword or hammer. And they're talking about rankings and all those kinds of things. But yeah, those are probably my big 3 right now, switching in between Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, and Sea of Thieves. Like Sea of Thieves is that perfect like end of stream game. Like you're winding down off of all the adrenaline of Fortnite, and you can just get on like the high seas and go catch some chickens.
Yeah. It's a little bit chill. It's a little bit more chill than maybe a Fortnite.
Yeah,
absolutely. So we mentioned that you've been obviously on the platform for a year and a half, and there are some people who are looking to get into streaming like myself. I'm just waiting for the right moment. It's going to happen very soon, is what I like to say.
It's not going to happen.
But
it needs to. It needs to.
I appreciate that. That means you have faith in me. This guy over here had no faith in me.
All the faith, man. Dude, I got all the faith.
Well, that makes one of us.
Oh my God, that makes.
Anyway, Boomstick or George Michael back there. He's got faith.
He's got. I don't. Sorry, is that music?
George Michael sang a song called Faith.
Got it. You can have to explain all of it.
You don't want me to try to fit in jeans and shake my butt in front of people. Like I think that's TOS breaking as well. So.
I might, but yeah, maybe Cat wouldn't.
Hey, man. Well, I mean, with the stretching you had going on, we're halfway there. So
yeah.
Honestly, he's got the moves for it.
I didn't think I could even do that. Like I impressed myself. Yeah. Anyway.
There you go. So what are some things that you can, some advice that you can give to me or other people looking to get into streaming?
Patience, like that is patience and consistency. I feel like are the main two things you can really get out of streaming and need to understand about streaming. That I've been doing this 3 years, and just like 2 months ago, I finally got in a place where I can do it full time. So, I mean, that's 3 years of day in, day out, 3 to 8 hours a day, depending on, when I was able to. And when I say consistency as well, people just assume it's a schedule. Like if I start at 3 p.m. every day, like, people are just going to start filing in, and that's not it. Like you also need a very consistent attitude to go along with that. That way people know what they're getting every time they come into your stream, where if you're like super hype and excited one day and you're having a bit of a down day, or you're a little tired, you didn't get that cat nap for 4 hours, that they're just like, well, what's going on with this channel right now? So definitely understand that it's going to take a while to grow. Understand that you just need to be consistent in that growth, and that's going to carry you further than about anything. And also the honesty is always strive to make yourself better. Be self-aware enough to look at your stream. You don't necessarily have to watch your VOD if you're not comfortable with that kind of thing. But be self-aware enough to know that you can always fix something. And it's one of those things like you don't have to constantly tinker, but definitely be willing to always get better.
Yeah. Oof.
I'm always willing to.
I'm going to give snaps to that. That was a great response.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I don't think we asked this question enough, but I'm curious. What has been some of your favorite moments streaming? Like, has there been one moment in particular that stood out that's like hilarious, or like you remember it's been memorable for you?
I mean, I think anyone that's been partnered or anything like that, like the partner day and the anxiety that goes along with that. And I'm gonna go ahead. Everyone that gets partnered, all your stuff's going to break that day. So just prepare. It's going to be a weird and rough day, but it's going to be okay because it happens after that. So, I mean, I think like that's one of my most memorable streams, because literally I could only stream for about 2.5 hours because my voice was just blown out, man. Like there was nothing left after 2.5 hours because I was so excited. And then there's days like, getting your first Fortnite win and, everybody blowing up in chat, like when the game was early on, or any kind of, it's not a very specific thing, but like any kind of new game release, like any kind of excitement that goes along with that, because that I have a saying in my channel, and this goes back to, giving advice about streaming, is that sometimes it's just Tuesday. And that means you have to accept the fact that like some streams are just going to be normal streams. So, appreciate the hype when it's actually there. And those are the things that drive it forward. But definitely my partner day is probably my most memorable stream, just because the worry that went into it, and then like almost that emotion of finally like getting this like, oh my God, this is a real thing now, getting to enjoy that. So that's probably my most memorable one.
I think that's what people say a lot.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Like, and I, as someone who had that himself, like I remember that day vividly. Like I totally agree. It's such an incredible feeling for sure.
I'm excited for my partner day. I wonder what day that's going to be.
It'll happen, man.
Like.
It'll happen. I honestly feel bad for Ethan, because he was the one I was constantly emailing, checking on whether like my partnership had gone through or not, because a PAX was going down, and I had waited so long. I was just like, for the love of God, man, Just let me know.
And we always feel bad too. Like, and actually, because of that, we then decided as partnerships, we're like, now we have to tell, like, email blast everybody that's in application queue. Hey, there's a PAX. There's going to be a delayed response because it not only you, but like a ton of people were having to sweat it for like an extra 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad.
I'm glad me being a pain could really move the process forward.
Hey,
there you go.
There you go.
That's literally that. I think that's how my parents describe me to their friends. So that's that's how.
I love it. I love it, man. All right.
Speaking of pain, it's time to bring the pain with our tips and tricks question. Are you ready? Boom. Are you ready?
Hey, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm scared though.
The question. This is the
ready.
question. This is what it's come down to.
We're building up
Your
way too much.
streaming career rides on this
Yeah,
question.
they're actually going to take away your partnership if you don't answer this with the greatness.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good, because I thought it was all about my attitude.
No, not at all.
if you could invite 3 video game characters to dinner, any 3 you can think of, who would they be and why?
Got him.
No. 3 video game characters. To dinner. Like I want to say the obvious ones like Master Chief, but like he's not a very good conversationalist.
No, not at all.
So
he'd break your chair. Like he just has so much armor.
like
Eats a lot. Like I
exactly.
and take a lot.
Like it'd also be the question like, does the straw go through the helmet? Does he take the helmet off?
Yeah.
He just lifts it up a bit.
That whole thing. Like I would honestly, Mario. No, you know what? I'm a little brother, so I'd actually bring Luigi on. Let's give Luigi his time to shine.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Mario also lets his friends get kidnapped a lot, so he's kind of like Liam Neeson in that effect that he's just a really bad person by letting all his friends always get taken.
Like a horrible boyfriend.
So yeah,
at the beach.
Dude, thank you. Right?
Yeah.
So it would honestly probably be Link. I'm not sure which one, just like which one's available at the time.
Whichever one.
Because hero of time, so we'll just snatch one from one of the timelines.
We'll just grab it, yeah.
So we got Luigi, we got Link, and the third one, man, that is a tough one. Oh my God, you guys should have gave me homework for this because I am.
No. Because that's so fun.
Yeah, we gotta put you on the spot.
Yeah.
You know what? We need a wild card. I learned that from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You need the wild card.
You need it. You need it.
So I forget his name right off the bat, but the villain from Far Cry 3.
Oh, Voss. Voss, right?
Voss, yes. Yeah, absolutely. I'd very much tell him it's a BYOB as well. That way, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, he
Interesting.
was a psycho.
He probably wouldn't gel well with Luigi and Link. That'd be interesting to see the dynamic.
I mean, it's a conversation. Luigi's got the death stare, and Link never says anything.
Yeah, and Voss doesn't ever shut the hell up.
Exactly. Yeah. He's that one guy at the party that literally needs to always tell his story.
Exactly. That's actually really good. Boom, this has been awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Totally. Before we let you go, though, where and when can people watch your streams?
I start roughly every day, 3 p.m. Eastern, Monday and Tuesday. Or no, actually Sunday and Monday, and then Wednesday through Friday. I take 2 days off a week, and that's Tuesday and Saturday. So 5 days you can catch me 3 p.m. Eastern, 60% of the week.
There you go.
Very nice. Very nice.
Killing it.
Every time.
Boom. Thank you so much for stopping by our tiny little
Thank
show.
you guys.
Everyone give it up for Boom.
Yeah.
MyBoomShtick.
Bye. Oh, my ear. That was great. That was great.
It was really good.
Sound advice from BoomShtick. Thanks again for coming on. And I see a lot of his community members in there. Thank you guys for showing up and supporting your boy Boom.
Supporting your boy,
Shtick, as he humbly requested
I like that.
us to call
It's
him.
very sophisticated.